The human condition is ultimately a lonely one. In a lot of ways, we are stuck in our minds as we walk day by day through this life. At times, we get too stuck in our minds and fail to see what's right in front of our eyes. We are selfish beings at the end of the day. A Silent Voice is such a complex movie to explain. It's one that sounds convoluted and maybe even a bit cliche when seen from afar. I mean, it's a story about bullying, depression, social anxiety, suicide, and loneliness. But above all else, it's about overcoming all these things with the help of people who truly care about you. Once you watch it, you see how simple and relatable all this really is. The core theme here, which everything else stems from, is bullying. It's something that 1 in 4 kids in the US suffer from on a daily basis. And you know, that's just people who actually report it, you know. More likely than not, you watching this video right now have been a victim of bullying at some point or another. Shit, you know, I'm not gonna lie. I remember being bullied myself back in early middle school. You know, it's a very relatable experience, and because of this, stories often abuse it. However, it's easy to see when the author is using it just for the relevance, as opposed to when the author generally has something to say. Something they just need to get out to the world. That's where the best stories come from, in my opinion, and I believe that this is the case right here. What makes this story so different is that we see the story through the eyes of the bully. Because of this, atonement and redemption play a huge role in the story, as we see our main character try and make up for the mistakes he made as a little kid. Also, because of this, the theme of depression and social anxiety are really present. The girl he bullied also plays a huge part in the story. She is deaf and is the reason why she was being bullied. After all, we humans are afraid of things we don't understand, especially kids. I love the way her character is written. Since she doesn't talk much and the few sign languages she uses isn't translated, you are left to understand her by her actions. However, I do believe her character is a bit unexplored because of this, since it's just a movie and, you know, there's limited time to do all of this. This aspect is, I would imagine, is better in the manga, which, you know, I obviously haven't read yet. But it's creative as fuck though, and I always love watching how creators tackle this challenge of, you know, developing a deaf character. The rest of the characters, besides the girl's little sister, play a pretty minor role, but a pretty important role. They're a symbol of the main character letting his guard down and slowly starting to forgive himself. Now let me switch it up from the serious talk to the visuals. As much as I, you know, talk about traditional animation on this channel, I truly feel like these types of stories are so much better told through the eyes of modern animation. Just the bright colors, you know. I love that weird filter they're using on it, you know, the hyper realistic backgrounds. It all just fits so well with these types of stories, you know. Kyoto Animation did an amazing job at making this, no doubt. I mean, just look at the scene that I'm showing you right now. That water is just so fucking amazing. The Silent Voice is a great movie I can't recommend enough. It's a touching story that anyone can relate to. With it being on Netflix, which is the whole reason that I rewatched and decided to make a review, there is literally zero excuses if you have access to that service, which I mean, most people do. And before I leave, let me just say this. If you're in a rough spot right now, don't give up. Have hope that things will eventually be better. After all, everything in this life has a solution, except death. Whoa, kind of heavy tone at the end there. don't forget to like and subscribe, and hit that bell icon if you want to stay notified if you enjoy my shit, you know. I would make a joke like I usually do at the end of these videos, but I want to end it more on a serious note. If you like my reviews, it's what I usually do around here. So you could click on either of these two playlists. One is modern anime, and the other one is old anime that I just group in as classic anime because that's the only way to get people to give a shit about old anime, to be honest. But yeah, anyways, thank you guys for watching, and see you guys in the next one.